Evening, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. It's going well. I have, not quite an announcement to make. Just a statement, I guess. General statement. Thinking about the way that online spaces work and communities work and the way people are in general, Just the way I run this channel, I've never really made any attempts to get monetized. In fact, I've done things to probably impede that process. Maybe have made it impossible for this channel as it stands to get monetized. Like, I'd have to do some work to make that possible. And I don't frequently ask for money on the channel. In fact, very infrequently do I ever ask people to support the channel. And by the channel, I generally mean me. I don't have too big a head about the thing. I mean, I like to think I've, hosted some pretty fucking good conversations on here, but, I'm not like, the best channel on YouTube. I don't host the best streams like, Brandon Looney Tunes fans. But, I host some pretty decent streams sometimes, I generally just try to keep an open forum for, free speech and the exchange of ideas, and kind of leave it open to people to support as they choose. I've had a few instances over the years where I have asked for financial support for various reasons, with greater or less success, which is fine. For the most part, I know that a lot of people in this community, in my community, people who, subscribe to and support this channel on a regular basis, are also people who are in similar positions, who might be struggling themselves financially or whatnot, I work full-time. This, YouTube is basically a hobby for me, and a means of social interactions that I am otherwise lacking in my life, right? But I do take notice of things. I kind of, a lot of us float around the same circles, and I pay attention to how people behave. It's a blessing and a curse. I notice shit, and I remember it, So when I do come... Hey, Halsey. Good to see you. When I do come out, asking for funds, usually I think I have a pretty good reason behind it. Maybe sometimes it's me stressing, because shit looks bad, it looks like fucking the boat is sinking. And, I'm not, I don't think I'm exaggerating, I try not to blow shit out of proportion. I'm like, hey, I'm a dude who struggles financially on a regular basis, constantly struggling to make ends meet and maintain whatever it is I'm doing here. So a couple days ago, when I, was like, hey, I'm looking for drug money, trying to raise funds for my drugs. Can I use an Amazon gift card? I don't know. See, people always, that's the scammers, they always ask me to buy them Amazon gift cards online. I'm always like, that's a scam. Because I'm like, hey, I'd throw you $5 if I have it and you genuinely need it. But when they're like, hey, can you buy me iTunes? I'm like, is that how this works? So no, I figured it out. The drugs I was looking for, I found. out there. I supported my own drug habit. I have this. Well, you can't really see it. Naltrexone. A prescription drug prescribed by my doctor. I needed $32. It said $39.99 on the estimate, but when I went into the pharmacy, it was $32. I was able to fill it. Had to take out a personal loan, or a payday loan, whatever you call that thing. You know, something I'm going to have to pay back in a week or two. Couple weeks, whenever I get around to, whenever I get that monies. Missing mod. I would kindly support your drug habit as well, if I had the funds. So I was able to get the monies to get the prescription that I needed. No, it just kind of rubs me wrong because, you know, I float around other streams and I see people who I know are on the channel. I do have the Cash App, but I don't need money now. Please don't send me money now. Any money that's sent now, I will refund you. Like, hit me up in a week or two when I need to pay back this fucking loan. I really appreciate it. I really would have liked to have avoided taking out the loan. That was the optimum situation, but it's not the way it panned out, right? I needed to get shit done. And this is the way we get shit done. But I did see other people who have been by the channel. You know, not naming names or anything like that. You know, kind of frivolously dropping $5 on a super chat for some stupid bullshit. You know, I guess, you know, to be charitable, maybe they didn't hear my requests. But it reminds me that, you know, we're in these, you know, like online spaces. And people don't take people fucking seriously, right? Like that was actually going to be the original title of the Andrew Wilson stream I did last night, was Take People Fucking Seriously. Like these black pill fools and this fucking Andrew Wilson guy, like when they say shit in the internet and you're just like, oh, that's just some sad incel. Don't take him seriously. No, take people fucking seriously, right? Because otherwise you end up with, you know, these guys, like, you know, taking people out with them. And, you know, whatnot. Or like if I'm here, you know, asking for money for drugs. Yeah, it's a fucking joke, right? I'm not fucking on drug habit. Like, I'm really trying to that I need. And how often do I really go around here asking for money, right? I just don't, you know, common sense, and some people haven't been around that long, but I don't do that shit, you know. As a practice, I'm just like, hey, if you can donate, cool, and if not, I keep streaming anyway. But if I really fucking need money, and I say I really fucking need money right now, it's not like I'm gonna, you know, go out and blow it on some stupid shit, right? Well, in this case, maybe so. Well, I had a little bit extra. I'm a little stressed out. So, prescription I got, supposed to help curb my cravings for alcohol. If you take on the internet, you'll have worth or confidence. No, I mean when people make statements about themselves, not like people attacking you or whatever. I'm not talking about that shit, like trolls and all of that. I'm talking about if I make a statement and say, hey, I believe X, Y, and Z, this is what I'm trying to, like, you know, don't sit here and think that, you know, it's just some, you know, like me talking into a vacuum, right? Other people are being exposed to these ideas. Other people may, you know, I mean, like I said, it's just one way from incels on the internet, you know, becoming a fucking mass murderer. I'm not talking about me. I'm just talking in general. You know, in my case, it's just, you know, I'm one step away from, you know, Either go back to rehab or fucking smoking a joint in front of the 7-Eleven. And so I'm smoking a joint in front of the fucking 7-Eleven, you know? A place on Reddit where people send pizza? What, like an exchange? Couldn't get it lit. That's a fucking fatty. I didn't mean to roll it that fat. I didn't have a grinder or anything. This shit's super sticky. I just went down and got this. Because I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna get clean, I need to get good and fucking high first. Fuck all these people. So I got a loan. I had to fucking, you know, oh, I forgot to fix this fucking thing, didn't I? Well, okay, it's gonna look different now. It's not on the, so I forgot, apologies, I forgot to fix my, someone will make a post talking about their difficult situation and someone will send them pizza anonymously. That's actually pretty awesome. I'm down for that. I could always use more pizza in my life. What I needed was my prescription for naltrexone, and I made it happen. I did that. It's called fucking resilience. Take a bad situation, do what you gotta do. Excuse me. So I was having some anxiety about it. Oh, my sound went out. Sorry, I'm like right by the base, so probably not the best out here. So I'm gonna host a fucked panel later. Got a couple more videos to review. Finally requested to get transferred from my position here. So I'm handling business. I'm doing my part here. I'm just putting that out there into the universe. Like, these people think, you know, because I was, you know, I watch fucking the Lulz cows and people who are out here begging for change fucking time, you know. I work full time, you know. And I'm not saying, like, you know, a lot of people out here do. Like, I'm not fucking, and I'm just saying, I'm not one of those fucking people, you know, who's out here trying to fucking hustle on YouTube constantly. And I happen to, you know, adhere to my own personal principles where it'd be like, you know, I would be insulted. I'd be like, come fight me, bro. You know, not really. I'm not much of a fighter. But, you know, really fight me on that shit. You know, if I could say that I'm, you know, like one of those people. And maybe get your lulls in a different way, you know. If I can... But I didn't start this channel as a means to ask for money. I don't intend to use it that way. But what I am saying is when I ask for money, there's probably a fucking reason for it. And yeah, I'll figure it out. And if there's ever a period of time in which you don't see me on here for, like, you know, a number of days, it's probably because I'm, you know, like, out in rehab, or I fucking, you know, found true love, or I'm out making money because that's what I need to do and it's more important than this. I recognize that. I'm not ever going to turn this into one of those channels. I'm never going to turn into one of those fucking people But I know who's been around, who's supported me emotionally, and as far as just, when I need to talk and being there behind the scenes, and, people who did donate to me, in rehab and in other circumstances when I was really in need. And, I see the difference in the way people act to my face versus interacting with other people when they're shining me on. Like, I get all that. I try not to read into it too much. But that's what the brain is for, Take people fucking seriously. Like, judge people by their actions and not their words, right? And so now I know. Don't ask this person for help, because they're not going to help you. Not only they're not going to help you, but you can see that it's not because they can't help you, it's because they don't want to. That's not a friend. Pain as the nose on your face, not your friend. Remember that. What's up, Carrie Ann Chrysler? Spooky Bed Hair, Missing Mod, Halcyonic Kaiju, and Daniel Berry Sports Highlights, and the chat. Oh, did I see somebody else there? What did I miss? Jesus will help me with all that? See, I should have prayed. I should have prayed about it. I'm sorry. I totally forgot to do the praying. Jesus probably would have paid for all my drugs. Fuck. Why didn't I think of that? I'm sorry. I don't mean to be... That's the word. Integrity. I'm not on Reddit. I don't do the Reddits. Maybe I should try it sometime. I don't know. We're always out to, do different new things here. But anyway, I'm just, recognizing everybody in the side chat listening, and the folks who I know are there for me and have my back, and, are people who are meant to reality, Anyway, I'm just picking streaming hours, so there will be a panel later on, a little bit. It'll probably